Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Sue Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I am in the frigid state of Minnesota. Hold on, let me find myself on my computer here so I can see comments. That is half the fun of doing live videos. There I am. There we are. You can see I have some extra things on my table today. Let's see. There we go. Hello. Thank you for joining me. Do I have people yet? So if you comment on my video, either here on Facebook, I will put this on YouTube as well. So if you comment before next Friday, February 3rd, I am going to send you either a card or a card kit. You're going to have to let me know which one you want. Because today I am celebrating the 12th anniversary of me becoming a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So I am celebrating with my Celebrate cup. It's from the dollar store, or I guess it'd be the $1.25 store now. So we use it for birthdays and special occasions, and I just have sparkling water in there. It's nothing too exciting, but it tastes good. So on this frigid day, I don't know that we got to 20. This was the catalog that was current in 2011 when I became a demonstrator. I wanted to point out 1 and 3 of the in colors, Poppy Parade, Pink Bride, are now current colors. Isn't that kind of funny? And does anybody recognize this shape here? That was called a top note. And they were steel ruled dies that we would use with our Big Shot. And I just loved this shape. A lot of the times we would fold it in half this way at this line. And use them as bag toppers for party favors and whatever, because my kids were really young back then. Obviously 12 years ago. So that was kind of fun to pull this out. Does anybody recognize this? I know some of you have been around that long. All right. So what am I doing today? I have lots to share with you. So I'm going to get started. Hello, everybody. Thank you. All right. Yeah, Deb says she still has the top note die. I do too. I think all the demonstrators need to go and suggest that Stampin' Up! Creates a nested dies in that shape. I really miss that shape. I think we would use it a lot. Okay, so I have 2 kinds of cards to share with you today. Let me know how my video is. My computer keeps glitching on me, so I'm hoping I'm not having issues here. I'm going to move my water out of the way. So this is where you can find me. I do have a website. And I try to keep it updated. I've been doing pretty good about posting at least every Friday. And then I post on a birthday card on the 17th of the month and a Christmas card on the 25th of every month. So I've been busy there. And if you're interested in ordering Stampin' Up! Products, I go by North Star Stamper. That's a whole story, and I don't want to get into that right now. So if you comment on my video, and I think I can send these outside of the US. I don't know why I couldn't. It's just a card kit. Kathy, it's doing that for me too. It goes green. So when it goes green next time, I'll glance at my phone real quick. I think I may have to get off of Facebook on my computer and go back on. That usually helps it. So this was the first card I had come up with. There it goes. No, my phone seems to be fine. And I had the designer series paper cut for the back layer of these cards. And it's okay. If you really like this card, I do have obviously the DSP, and they were all going to be evening evergreen. And I have this white piece die cut, and I have the ribbon cut. Let me know if you prefer this. Otherwise, I wasn't excited about that card. So then I received this card yesterday. Thank you, Anne, for sending me an anniversary card. And this got me excited about using this designer series paper. So you can see she put some on the inside. And do you know is that a Stampin' Up! Stamp? I don't recognize it. It might just be from a set I don't have. I know you and I have very different tastes in stamps. So we are going to make a card using this designer series paper. It is in the mini catalog, this catalog, on pages 14 and 15. It is part of the Fancy Flora sweet. I only have the paper, so that's all I can show you. So 14 and 15 Fancy Flora. It is a 6x6 pattern paper, and while I talk about everything here, I'll just keep talking and showing you. The colors in here, we have Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, Night of Navy, Orchid Oasis. A lot of colors in here, holy cow. Orchid Oasis, Pool Party, Soft Seafoam, Soft Suede, and Soft Succulent. So kind of an interesting combination of colors, and I will flip through these real quick. And so you'll make one card using the 6x6 piece of paper, and we'll decorate the envelope. So I'm going to show these real quick. I know it's... So all of them I really like, except... which one? That one would be interesting. I know I've seen cards with this. Sorry if I'm going too fast. You can go on the website. This is the piece I'm not so sure of. The colors on here don't really go with gray and yellow on the back side. And I do want to show both sides of my paper. So that one I don't know if I'll send as a card kit. So I think this one might be really pretty. But I have, let's see. I was going to use coral. And I wanted to use, which one? I think this one. That one's going to make a beautiful card. And here's the card, sorry. Here's the card we're going to make. So you're going to cut a piece of your designer series paper off for your envelope flap. And then with the remaining piece, so this is 2 1/4, maybe a little more than 2 1/4, like 2 3/8. And then the remaining piece, we're going to cut in half at 3 inches and then use it as a layer on your card. And then I've already punched, can you see there's a piece of vellum there? So that's just the decorative circle punch. And then the bow punch in white, basic white cardstock, a couple gems, and then I've already die cut the banners from the Stylish Shapes. So this is the card kit you can receive. If you're not a stamper and you're just joining me to help me celebrate 12 years as a demonstrator, I'll make a card and send it to you. But you have to tell me that you want me to make the card. Otherwise, you're going to get a card kit. So the card kit will be a piece of paper, a piece of cardstock for your card base, a 6x6, an envelope, a layer of white for the inside. I'm going to send you 2 of the banners just in case you want to do a double banner like mine, or if you make a mistake stamping one, you'll have a second one, a vellum circle, and then some, probably 6, 3 of each size of the bows punch. So that's what the kit will be. And I will just send it to you as a thank you for commenting on my video. All right, let's get busy. I'm going to leave these here because they're just so pretty. I am going to make that faux step card. So stick with me. If you're going to create with me, you'll need, I gave the measurements in my preview. 11 by 4 1/4. Adhesive. And then 8 by 2 1/4 were the pieces I used. So if you want to get that cardstock ready, you can create a card with me using your own supplies. This just goes on the inside. Dark cardstock is kind of hard to write on. All right. Then we're going to take our, let me clean up here a little bit. All right, we're going to take our paper and decide what I want on my flap and what I want on the other side. I don't know if I really like this blue because it doesn't go with the rest of it. These are all right. I might just use this side though. So I'm going to cut my 2 1/4 or 2 3/8 from right here. And I will adhere that. So 2 1/4, and then I just go a little beyond. So this piece is 6 by 3 3/4-ish. So I'm going to turn it sideways, and it's 6 inches. I'm going to cut it in half at 3 inches. So the first cut was 2 1/4 plus a little, and then turn it sideways and cut that in half at 3 inches. All right, and then, well, we could go this way and overlap them. I think I'm going to go like that. I don't know if I like the other side with it as much. I really like the flowers on this side. So we're going to go like this. All right, so before I get to that though, I'm going to put this on the flap of my envelope. So I like using liquid glue, and I stay away from the edge so that I don't make a mess with my liquid glue. Very inexpensive too. That's one of the reasons I like to use it. Then I just line this up with the edge of my flap, the fold, and we'll trim the excess away when we're done. All right, and I'm going to adhere these. Is it glitching anymore? I've been so busy creating here that I haven't seen it. I think I would notice that bright green out of the corner of my eye. So I'm going to put this down and leave a little bit of reveal on the edge, about 1/8 of an inch or so. Most of the papers, the back side does coordinate with the front, which is what I did here. That is the back side. I call it the back side because it's less colorful than the front side. So they do normally coordinate, so you could flip one over, but if I send you a card kit, it'll be your card and you can do what you want with it. All right, so for the rest of this, for this card, I used a whole bunch of glue dots, and it took me a while to do that. So I'm going to do something different tonight. Let's see what we want to stamp on here. This is my new favorite sentiment stamp, even though it has these flowers, because it includes your new adventure, so retirement, new job, moving to a new house, whatever, anniversary, graduation, and baby, and birthday. So lots of options here. I did use this on a couple of my samples that I'll show you later. We're just going to do happy birthday. We're going to keep it simple. I can't read upside down. There we go. So I'm going to pick it up. That's not quite straight. Oh, I meant to put I had somebody complain about the glare on my my mat here, so I'll put this down. And we're stamping. All right, and this is a photopolymer, so I like to put a cushion underneath my stamping. And I happen to have Calypso Coral. All right, I have to stand up to stamp straight. Hopefully, let's see, put that closer. Can you see? Yes. All right, ink, 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 ink. That's upside down, but that's good. I'll just throw that in the box. Okay, so like I said, I used a whole bunch of glue dots, and I glued them, used the glue dots and adhered them here. That way I knew where I could put my adhesive on the back so you don't see it on the front, but I'm going to do it a little different this time. I'm going to put a piece of tear and tape up towards the top. And I kind of like them mostly over the top, and I just have a small one underneath. So I'm just going to adhere these. Oh man, this is much quicker. So if you have tear and tape, do this. And we'll put one down here. I'm missing one, aren't I? Maybe it's in the envelope. Oh, it's over here. Let's see how we're looking. Oh, good. We'll put it down here. And then I'm going to take another piece of tear and tape, just to, not that they need to be secure, but I just want to keep that separate than this. And then I'm going to use mini dimensionals, not mini glue dots, on the back of this. So those of you that have commented, unless you tell me you want the first card, I will send you a card kit to make a card like this with the fancy Flora. All right, so now that I have the things on the front, I know exactly where my glue dots can go. And I believe these were from a paper pumpkin, because they say 3M on them. I thought it was really funny that they use 3M adhesives on our paper pumpkin kits. All right, so wherever there's a leaf that's going to hide my adhesive, that is where a glue dot's going to go. There. And then we take these off. I need to clean up my viewing space. I know I get distracted with too many things in the camera. There we go. Then I have, I will send you 2 of these, so, oh goodness, everything is sticking to me. I think I'm trying to hurry because my next card's going to take longer. And I'm just going to center it. Ta-da! Ta-da, ta-da! Let's trim this real quick. Not this one. Ay, ay, ay. So I'm much more excited about this card than the first card I showed you. There's nothing wrong with the first one. I just wasn't excited about it. I think because that pattern paper I was using wasn't new, and I had used all that patterned paper many times before, and this is only like the 3rd time I've used this one. So there is my card. So that's the card kit I'm offering if you comment on my video. Moving on, we've got lots to do. Again, that stamp set was the Sentimental Park, and that's in the mini catalog, part of the Petal Park suite, I think. So, all right, let's get this out of the way. I'll keep my catalog. I might need it. I might. I'm just dropping stuff. All right, so our Faux Step Card. So this is very, very much like the card I saw in Vienna at On Stage. And it's a faux step card. I didn't cut into my card base. I added a separate piece on top. The only difference here is I used the brick and mortar embossing folder. She had used the Cascading Ruffles embossing folder, which I don't have. This was die cut. This was all the Floral Country Lane or Floral Lane, I forget, designer series paper, and I did fussy cut the hearts. So this is our faux card. So the demonstrator that showed this, and here's my white one. I'll keep this as my sample. The demonstrator that showed this, her name is Tracy McDonald, and she lives in the UK. So she was giving us both metric and imperial measurements, which is why I had that typo on my preview of 4 inches. So, because she made it 4 inches, but I'd rather have that extra 1/4 inch. So that was the card that inspired me. And then I got busy. So this is 4 1/4 inches wide. So it's a little wider and gives you a little room. It was just having fun. Oh, this was, I used that same stamp set. And I said, let's celebrate you just because. So is Kathy still here? Kathy, do we have a stamp that says just because? I could have sworn I do, but I couldn't find it. I spent probably 20 minutes looking for it. I thought it was in one of the fall stamp sets we had. You don't have to look for it right now, Kathy, if you're busy watching me, but if you can think of it, anybody off the top of your head, because I like that. Let's celebrate you just because. So I know who I'm sending this to. So, and I used that same pattern paper. This is one of the celebration designer series paper. And then I have a birthday card. Isn't that cute? The balloon is from the Elephant Parade stamp set. I do not have the dies, so I did fussy cut these balloons, but I thought it was worth it. And again, I used the brick and mortar. And then I put some on the back. I will probably stamp on the envelope, which I haven't done yet. So just stamp the balloons in my colors. Starry Sky, Melon Mambo, and Parakeet Party. So, okay, I was thinking that happy was upside down. Isn't that cute? All right, let's get busy. Let's get busy. And here's my, you can put it off to the side, your step. You could put it in the middle, whatever you'd like. So for mine tonight, I am using, oh, what's it called? The Sea, By the Bay. By the Bay. So I think I heard a couple people say, hello, is it Xana? I know you've watched me before. Thank you for joining me. You're going to have to send me your address, but don't put it in the chat. Send it to me through a private message, and I'll send you a card kit. So I don't know if you're an early bird or you're just staying up late, but thank you for watching. All right. I think I saw a couple people watching. Okay, Kathy says we haven't glitched lately, so that's good. Okay, Anne says she's ready. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I have a Night of Navy and Sahara Sand. Let me find my stamp set. Seaside Bay. I believe the suite is called By the Bay. And I have all kinds of things cut here. All right. I'm getting a little overwhelmed. Let me take a breath. Let me take a drink. Here are the stamps and dies. I really like to do this with my dies just to see what they do. This one is interesting. It gives you the bottom of the sea. And this one I'm going to use on shimmer white paper or shimmer paper. I don't know. And put it inside a clam. I think that might be kind of fun. And then I also grabbed this one in the annual catalog. Friends Are Like Seashells. I thought we could make a sand dollar, since that is a standalone die. In here, what else do we have? Oh, the starfish, maybe? We'll see. I don't know. Let me put this away. So these are Seaside Seashell dies. All right, not going in. I'm just going to toss it to the side. All right. I have already cut mine. I couldn't decide which color I was using, and then I changed my mind. So I have Night of Navy. It'll show up better on camera anyway. So Night of Navy. 4 1/4 by 11. Score at 3 1/2, 7, and 9. And I think that was on my preview too. 3 1/2, 7, and 9. And that is going to be your card base. You just make a mountain, valley, mountain. And it doesn't like to lay flat. When I burnish dark cardstock, I like to put it under something. I don't know if you can see, but there's a really shiny line there. And I don't want it on my cardstock. So I put it under my scrap paper when I burnish. Because I'm pushing really hard. I would like this to stay as flat as possible. So I was 3 1/2, 7, and 9. And there, you could just do that for a step card too. And where are my other pieces? This is probably, you can probably see my mess here, can't you? Let me push this away. Then I have my 2 1/4 by 8, scored at 5 1/2, and so that'll be the top of our card. Computer's acting up. There we go. And just fold that. All right. So you could make this wider. You could make it more narrow. It really depends what you want for your card. For all my samples, I did use 2 1/4. And the idea is that you will adhere it down here. And then you'll just, after you adhered that, you just put adhesive here and fold it shut and adhere here. And that's your basic card, like I have here. I don't know if you can see that one. But we're going to gussy it up with some pattern paper, right? Okay. I have already cut my pieces. I did use a narrower edge around, so that's 1/8 of an inch, so I'm left with a 1/16 all the way around. So this is 4 1/4 by 2, so I did 4 1/8 by 1 7/8. I usually don't measure in eighths, but I really liked having that more narrow border. And then I have a bigger piece that is the same 4 1/8 by, let me measure it. I had it in my head and then I forgot. 4 1/8 by 3 3/8. And so that just will adhere on the front flaps. And then I have embossed with our, I don't remember the name of the embossing folder. This is in the annual catalog. The other, when I got the Seaside Bay Suite, I pulled out all my sea-related current products. Well, I have some retired designer series paper too. And so I have a big box of sea-related things. So this is the 3D embossing folder, and that is Sahara Sand. Sorry, Sahara Sand. I don't know if you can see, probably. So that's going to adhere here. And this is 5 1/8 by 2 1/8. So just 1/8 smaller than our 2 1/4 by 5 1/2. No, 5 3/8. So this is 5 1/2. So this piece is 5 3/8. I will put this all in my blog post tomorrow with the dimensions of this card. So we're going to adhere these here, and then we're going to decorate. So, let's make sure nobody's having questions. Okay. Lori asked, why do you use the scrap paper to burnish the dark cardstock? I missed what you said. Oh, thank you for asking. It makes it shiny. Let's see if I can find. I'll just do it on here. I'll do it on the back of this. Where'd my thing go? So if I'm burnishing really hard because I want to make sure it's going to stay. And I don't know if you can see. Maybe not. I can. Let me show you here. Oh, there. You can see those lines on there, right? Sorry. Right. I saw them there for a minute. Where did they go? Right there. Right here. You can see those straight lines. That was where I burnished underneath this paper, so the shiny is on this paper instead of on my project. So just makes it a little cleaner and neater. I have noticed that like Blackberry Bliss and black are really bad. I thought the navy, oh, you can see there's a bit of a shine there, but anyway, just a personal preference more than anything. Okay, thank you for asking, Lori. Oh, Kathy said I just glitched again. Kathy, can I suggest you get out of Facebook and come back in and see if that helps? I'm so busy creating, I'm not watching my computer very much. So this designer series paper does coordinate with the By the Bay. The backside art has like seashells on it, and it's pearlized. But I really like the colors on the front, or on the other side. And using my liquid glue, I can move it around until I get it just right. There we go. There's that so far. And then on here, whoop, I'm going to adhere my embossed piece You could use designer series paper on here. You could just make it white and you could stamp on it. It'd be kind of fun to use a different designer series paper on this piece. I love that our pattern paper packs all coordinate with each other because the colors go together. You know, I think I'm going to put this off to the side because I'm going to put one of those clams with a, an oyster with a pearl. I am going to use a stronger adhesive, just because I think it's going to be, I don't know, I think because it's the mechanical part of it, I guess, as opposed to the decorative. All right, so let's take this off. So on the inside, I have my adhesive. I'm just going to line it up. I'm not going to go all the way to this side. I want to see the designer series paper here. And then turn it over. Keep the card closed. Looks like I'm not quite straight. And just close it. This could have been left at 8.5, but I kind of like that it's shorter. And there's our card. Our faux step card. And then you can decorate however you'd like. I do like these. We're going to add some more Sahara sand on there. I do have... I went and die cut a bunch of things here. Where'd my clam go, though? Or oyster. I keep calling it a clam. It's an oyster. Let me dig around a little bit. I can always die cut another one if need be. Here, I will let you look at some pretty paper while I look for my oyster. And then these are the flat adhesive backed pearls. They're really sparkly. All right. Oh, I had other exciting news today. I don't know what happened to my oyster. My other exciting news is that as of today, I am now a certified life coach through ICF. ICF is the International Federation of Coaches, or Coaching, I'm not sure which. But I found out today that I am certified, so I'm going to start using that in my business. So if you're on my team, I'll be able to offer you coaching. I'm very excited for that. I cannot find my oyster. It's probably in a box or something. Let's just find some other things. So this is the, look at this one. Shiny, pearlized. My next card kit I offer, or crafting kit, is going to be the By the Bay. Well, maybe I don't need the oyster. I do want to do the seashell, or sand dollar. I know as soon as I'm done with the video, I will find my oyster. You haven't seen it, have you? Here I die cut a crab. I'll keep a couple of these. All right. Enough of this. So I'm going to use the oyster in this set, or not the oyster, the sand dollar. No, I have other colors here. And it is a photopolymer. Oh, my desk is a big mess. That's probably why I can't find it in the stamp. Nope. Oh well, this will work. So I have a piece of white and Sahara sand. So did anybody else make a card? I know Anne was going to. Thank you, Anne. I was very excited about my coaching certification. I've been working on it for a long time. The organization I went through, called Learning Journeys, does not pressure you at all to keep going and to get it done. So like I said, it's been years. Back when I worked for a nonprofit is when I started. We're just going to make this Starfish Sahara Sand. All right, and then I have, let me look in here real quick. Nope. Let's open it up a little bit. Oh, look what I just found. There it is. I'm going to use my mini machine. One of the specials during Celebration is you can basically get this for half price when you become a demonstrator. And right now it's only available if you join. It was available to demonstrators earlier, which is why I have when I bought it. But right now you can only get it by joining. And the boho blue, the color, is going to be one of the new in colors. And that's as much as I know. I don't know any more about other in colors. So I'm lining up my die. We'll do them both at the same time. I have a big piece of washi tape here. A post-it note would work too, but I have washi tape to kind of use up. I don't use it in my crafting. That's not quite straight. Sorry. I should have had one of these ready. But I think I just decided to do the sand dollar at the last minute. So you can see I've been die cutting and these are about to burst on me. So I do have others handy. And this little machine, although it's really mighty and it's obviously strong, you do have to stagger your plates. I think I mentioned last week, if the first, I don't know, oh, that's crooked. The first 5 or 10 times, 10 to 12 times I used the machine, I had to think about staggering my plates, but now it's just second nature. Sorry, I need to turn it around. And once you get it started, I don't want it to fall off the table when it goes through. There we go. Yeah, man, let it go. And our starfish, I think we do need that third piece there. And here's our oyster. Isn't that cute? We are gonna fold that. I think you're supposed to. There's a little line there. And I'm gonna find my pearl. Don't know what color to stamp this in though. I think we'll use Sahara Sand, but I'll stamp off. How's that? It'll make it a little lighter. Let's see how many I can get. 2. I really just want this shape. No, I want my shimmer. I don't know if you can tell that's shimmer. It is. You're just going to have to trust me. I'm going to stamp off once and then just stamp in the corner a little bit. Now to find the die. Here are the Seaside Bay dies. Did you notice that in the new mini or current mini catalog, the dies and the stamp sets have the same, when they're a bundle, they have the same name. They used to name them differently. Except for the gnomes. The gnomes dies were a carryover from last fall. But the rest of them, the stamp set and the dies, all have the same name. So the Seaside Bay and the stamp set and Seaside Bay dies coordinate. So you have to be kind of careful when you're ordering to make sure you get the right number to get the right product. I suppose you'd be able to tell by the price. I can't do it that way. I only have 3 inches, so I have to make sure I'm within that. embroider these. And we're almost done. I have some ribbon too, but I don't know if I need it with all these other things going on. The ribbon that goes in here is white and I think Pool Party. So here's our little pearl. Oh, cute. Very cute if I do say so myself. Oh, sorry, that was kind of loud. All right, let's finish. I think this one's not going to have a sentiment. I originally thought I would stamp on here, stamp my sentiment on there. Since this was only adhered at the bottom, I could put a piece of ribbon down here. I think I want the blue on the bottom though. Oh, sorry, I was off camera. So the adhesive was only at the very, very bottom, so I can slip in this ribbon and just tie a knot. I'm not going to try to make a bow on camera. I know better than that. So thank you for joining me. Again, leave a comment, and I will send you either a card or a card kit. If I know a lot of you are demonstrators, so I definitely will be sending you card kits. If you do prefer I make the card, just let me know. If I don't have your mailing address, I'll need to get that from you. That works. Oh, sorry, I was off camera. I'm just trimming the ends of my ribbon. That's kind of cute, just like that. But I'm going to add these other things just because I can. Let me find. Alright, let's bring back in everything I might need. Here we go. Let's put a glue dot on the back of our pearl. No, we're going to put a dimensional on the back of our pearl. Right there. Can you tell that it's shiny, shimmery? It is. Maybe we'll put that back here just to add something when it's standing up. I think that'd be a good idea. Again, we're going to use our tear and tape, a stronger adhesive, just because I can envision people opening that up to see the pearl inside. There is a sentiment that coordinates with this. We're going to go like that. It says, "You are a pearl rare and precious." I wonder if that would fit on my sand dollar. It would. Ooh, I didn't close my ink. Good thing it was on the other side of the table. We're going to stamp that in Night of Navy. What else did I forget to share? Ah, there we go. And that ties in with our pearl. Get these on with some glue dots or play around. So if you made a card, I'd love to see it. Either send me a picture or post it here on my page or tag me. Post it on your page and tag me. That's fun. Alright, I'm putting glue dots on the left side so I can let it overhang here. And then I think we're just going to put some of these down at the bottom. Finish up my glue dots. I'm so distracted. So, I'm coaching my team. It's been 12 years. Thank you, Kristen, for getting me started with stamping. Well, as a demonstrator. Put that there and a glue dot or a dimensional here. Card kits I'll probably get out next week or so. Oh, we need some of those. Look at that. They're cute. And then it would stand up like that. I did keep these out too. Let's put one of those on. Do I have any more glue dots? More glue dots from a kit. But thank you for joining me. Just tuck that behind there. Alright, get this all out of the way, and we need some glitz on there. What are these? Flat adhesive back pearls, and they are flat. I don't know if you can see, so they shouldn't interfere with mailing. I will use the small ones though. We'll put one there. Put one there. Oh, I guess I could have put this inside too, a bigger one, but I'll put one there. Thank you for joining me. I was busy. Didn't make those today, but here was the original one that inspired me. And I think I have these handy. I know what I forgot. I'm going to add pearls to this. You will get some pearls in your kit too. Let's see if these are handy. Yeah, they are. These are iridescent pearl basic jewels. I'm not sure what you will get, but I will send you some bling for your card too. Thank you everybody for stamping with me or sharing my excitement. Stay there. There we go. Cheers. Happy anniversary to me. Thank you for supporting my small business. Thank you for being on my team. For my team members, I think a couple of you are here. Let's see. And will send me a picture. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all your support over the years, whether you've been a customer, a team member. I appreciate it. Bye, everybody. Have a great night. I'll be back Monday with something else new. I don't know what. Thanks for joining me. Bye.